In this video, I will be unboxing, setting up and reviewing the AdaLov CPE366 wireless bridge. The package comes with two CPE366 wireless bridges, two mounting brackets, two power over Ethernet adapters, two small metal cable ties, four big metal cable ties, and two network cables, as well as a user manual. The outdoor wireless Wi-Fi bridge is equipped with a 1000 megabits per second Ethernet port, providing high-speed connectivity. It supports dynamic MIMO power saving mode and APS-D, ensuring fast speeds for all users and all connection types. With this bridge, you can easily connect your home or outbuilding without needing professional expertise or burying cables. It can quickly establish both point-to-point and point-to-multipoint connections. This point-to-point bridge features a 16 dBi high-gain antenna, enabling a P2P Wi-Fi distance of up to 3 kilometers. This significantly improves coverage of Wi-Fi signal stability, and it's recommended for use for factories, warehouses, golf courses, car parks, lakes, or any outdoor locations. And it's like having a 3 kilometer long Ethernet cable. The CPE366 Ethernet bridge supports various operating modes, including point-to-point, P2P, point-to-multipoint, PTMP, AP or access point, and bridge mode. It is widely used for voice, video, or data transmissions over long distances. The 5G outdoor CPE supports access point and repeater operation modes, and the power over Ethernet or DC power supply mode, so it meets a variety of long-distance wireless transmission needs. The wireless bridges also are dust-proof and waterproof with the outer shell, and also protects against the sun, so it ensures stable performance in various conditions, so rain, sun, hail, snow, and it works quite well through these conditions. So setting up these bridges is quite easy. So what I've done here is I've taken the one bridge and set it up as a master, which is on the A, and as you can see here, this is the B, which is the slave. So what I've done is taken the A, connected that to my internal network, and then I've taken B, as you can see now with the white cable, which has got no connectivity. It just goes straight into the plug, and then the power over Ethernet goes into the wireless bridge. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that cable and then plugging it into a network which has no connectivity, as you can see. There's no IP addresses or anything like that. So I want to see if the signal gets pushed from the master to the slave bridge. So I plug in the cable, and then I refresh the IP configuration, which then issues an IP address from my main router, which is behind the master device. So this then gets an IP address, and then I am able to browse the internet. So what I do is I then open up a browser, and then I start browsing to make sure that the connection is established. So this is how easy it is to set them up. So if you have a building that's further away, or another property that you want to boost the signal to or send the internet signal to, this is the way you set it up. So the master will be the initial network, and then the slave will receive the connection on the other side and then distribute that amongst the network however you want to set it up. So that's what I did there. You saw me browsing a cool YouTube channel. So the internet's working, and then I've pulled out the cable, and then I refresh the page, and you can see the internet's lost. So it shows that the connection is not there because obviously the cable has been unplugged. So that's a successful setup of the cable being connected to the PC or the laptop, and that was from the slave device, which has no connection other than wireless to the master device. So that was working quite well, but I can't test it with a large distance, so that's how I was testing it. So it does show that it works. The other thing you can do is you can connect to these wireless bridges directly by plugging the cable straight into a laptop. But in order to do that, you need to change the IP address of the laptop to match the IP address, not match the IP address, but be one off the IP address that is printed on the bridge itself. So you can see here I'm changing the IP address of the laptop to be one away from that of the bridge itself. I plug the cable in. You can see there's a unidentified network with no internet. I then browse to the IP address of the bridge, and you log in with the username and password of admin, which is given to you in the manual. And then this presents you with all the settings that this device has, and there are lots of settings. So if you are a network fundi, you will understand all these different settings and securities and network addresses and everything that it can do, and channels and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of things to configure at this point. So they have a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, it's really easy to navigate, as you can see, and to connect. So when you do disconnect, and if you change the IP address of the bridge or anything like that, or the access point or whatever, make sure you change the IP address on the laptop or whatever device you're connecting to or with back to DHCP. So it's a dynamic host connection protocol, so it gets an IP address from the router. So what I did was I went upstairs and I looked at an area where I ran a cable through the ceiling, and I mounted the device, as you can see over there. And then what I did was I connected the cable, and that would power it on because it's power over Ethernet. So the plug is all the way on the other side of the house, and I've pushed the network all the way through to here. And then if there was another building behind me that needed access to the internet, then it would be able to push that signal to them, and internet would be available there. But that's what it looks like outside. I've got an access point now. I've got internet in the backyard, which is really strong, so that really helps. So really easy to set up. And yeah, and then I'll give my final thoughts on what the product is like. So what do I think of the AdaLov wireless bridges? They are really cool. They are so light. It is really light. It feels like there's nothing inside. And the size, you can see they're not too big. And they look quite good when they're mounted, as you can see, what you saw in the video. Yeah, connectivity is really easy. Power over Ethernet, so you've got your plug and you've got your LAN cable and power over Ethernet, so that plugs in, and then the power gets pushed through the Ethernet cable into the device, and then that switches on. But there is also a DC option as well. The slave button left and right, and then you've also got the different channels that you can select by pressing that little button over there. So as long as both the master and the slave are on the same channel, 1 and 1 or 5 and 5, there's all instructions over there on what it is, then it will connect just fine. It gives you the indication here of, as well as the signal strength and everything. But for what I've been using it for, I've used it as an access point to extend the network into the back, and it works really well. I've got some good signal in the back, which I haven't had before, so that's really cool. And if I wanted to push the signal into the garage, for example, that device that was pushing it out, I just put the slave at the garage, and then I can distribute the network from within the garage. So my experience with this is it's really good. I'm sorry I couldn't test it with a really long distance like the 3 kilometers, but from what I've been experiencing, it works really well. And if you guys need anything like this to extend a network to a building on your property that's a bit further away, this is really cool, because I've fiddled before with really long cables and trying to protect them from rain and dogs and things like that. So yeah, this is really cool. If you want to look at extending your network, then this is one of the things to get. So yeah, thanks for watching my review on that. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe and share, and make sure you tick the little bell so you can be notified of more videos that I'm doing. Thanks, cheers.